Alright, guys. We are back. Whew. Yeah, there were updates and I forgot to... I updated most of the software. There was a couple things I forgot, such as when OBS has to be updated. I also, most of the time, have to update Streamlabs as well. Not Streamlabs. The Stream Deck. Because for whatever reason, it like duplicates my audio input, and then it uses the duplicate, which is just like a phantom input for some reason. I don't know why. But like every time there's a big update, it does it, and I forgot to do that. So anyway, we are here. We are live for the time being. Anyway, we are alive. And just so you guys know, I was kind of wanting to stream last night, but it being Wednesday, I got home. I was feeling alright. Took a little bit of a nap. Woke up about an hour and a half later with cold sweat, chills, body aches. It just fucking hurt. It was not fun at all. And it was like that for most of the night and most of today. I mean, I even had to cancel my doctor's appointments that I had today. I was just feeling so shitty. Last time I had anything like that, I was in bed for like 3 fucking days, couldn't move, and it was like the flu or some shit. But before I started, I was feeling a little bit better. Now I've started, I'm kind of feeling a little again, but we'll go for a while. Like I said, it's Thursday. I wanted to stream at least some, let you guys know what's going on, and that it might be a little bit low energy. But if you guys follow me on Twitter, so if you guys follow me on Twitter and everything, you would know, because I've tweeted about it fairly recently. But unlike last night, I am kind of getting the urge to call some dinosaurs, if you know what I mean. So hopefully that won't happen. Listen, guys, I have been fucked up, which sucks because 420, oh shit, that's what I should have put for the title. Give me a second, guys. I can change it real quick. That when you had to go back, it would remember the last, like if you had to hit caps lock, then it would remember the whole it's like if you hit caps lock and then, or not caps lock, but shift, and then you like hit the wrong letter and you have to delete, it should remember to go back to the caps. But no, it does not. Anyway, guys, like I said, I wanted to do something today. But it was not in the cards, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to do a bit of a late video. It's still 4:20. Thank you very much. I made it. Just barely. Hey, it's still 4:20 out of like LA and Hawaii for like 3 to 5 more hours. So yeah. Anyway. It's probably going to be a bit of a more laid-back, chill stream. I don't know what kind of commentary I'll be doing. It may not be much at all. Maybe a lot. I don't know. Hopefully I won't have to stop in the middle. Go call some dinosaurs. Hopefully not, because that would suck. But just a heads up, if for whatever reason I go very quiet and like in the middle of a game or whatever, and I'm just like standing there, that's probably what happened. I had to go call some dinosaurs. So I have got a headache from hell. It's like I'm not trying to complain or whatever, but the bitch is, I haven't been anywhere to get sick. It's like, I've washed my hands. I've used hand sanitizer. I've had my mask on in public. When I've gone a few places. Oh, no, wait. There was one day last week where I did forget my mask. I thought it was in my pocket, and it was not. Well, hopefully it's just a little bit of the flu and nothing worse. Because that would suck balls. I should clarify. There's nothing wrong with sucking balls. It's just how you do it. You know? If you want to suck balls, suck balls. However, if you like to have your balls sucked, fine, cool. But it's very, you don't want somebody to try to suck them through a vacuum tube. That's very unpleasant. Or make a teeny tiny little O and then through the teeth. That sucks too. It's all about technique, guys. Oh. Also, my kids make fun of me all the fucking time, but if you guys have not seen Finster, go check him out. They stream like once or twice a week maybe, but for some of you out there, you might get a kick out of it. But for the love of God, don't harass or bully or be a dick to Finster, okay? Or anybody else for that matter. It's like I always say, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes. That is the number one golden. That is whether anybody wants to admit it or not. That is what the foundations of every religion on the planet is based on. Wiccan. Hell, even the satanic ones. Yeah, they do some weird shit, but like Wiccans, it's like, or was it Wiccans or pagans? I don't know. One of them is, do what you want, lest it harms none. So in other words, do you, as long as you're not hurting anybody else's mellow. Or, the more famous golden rule that, I don't think kids are taught in school anymore, but when I was growing up, we were taught the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. In other words, be excellent to each other and party on. Plain and simple, basic, it's it. And I feel very strongly about that. Somebody oh, well, it's like, they're not straight, or, they may be, gay or trans or whatever. You know what? It doesn't matter. The only time it ever matters what is in anybody else's pants or person, whether, or in any other facet of their identity, sexual, gender, otherwise, whatever. The only time it makes any fucking difference to anyone other than themselves are the people that they are, trying trying to get with. It's like, I mean, I've been hit on before by some gay guys. It's like, hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's like, I feel good, but, I'm sorry. I don't swing that way. And it's like, oh, hey, cool, no worries. It's, no worries. That's the whole thing. No worries. Don't worry about what anybody else has, unless you want to get with them or they want to get with you. In which case, sit down, discuss it. Like once you're both sure that that's where you want it to go. Be like, oh, hey, by the way. And either they will be okay with it, or they won't, in which case all they have to do is say, thank you, not what I'm into. That goes for everything. Talk to each other. Like anybody that you're interested in, whatever, it's like, I know some places it's a lot safer to do that than others. I do understand that. I mean, I live in a place where it's not exactly... it's not the worst place for anybody that's not straight. However, for people to get so upset about it, we sure do have an awful lot of womanless beauty pageants. I'll just put that out there. I mean, because there's at least, what is it? There's like one pageant a year, but it's open to, I'm pretty sure, freshmen through seniors, maybe juniors through, sophomores through seniors, maybe freshmen would participate, because some places around here, freshmen are still not at the high school. Some places they are. Some places they're not. Some places freshmen are still middle school. So, but it's open to basically 10th through 12th graders. And I find it funny as fuck to hear all these people the rest of the time like, oh, that wouldn't do that, but you mentioned, it's like, oh, that's not right, whatever the fuck they're mad about, whatever the feelings on it are, but mention a womanless beauty pageant, and you'll see how many of them are like, oh, really? I'm like, especially my favorite are the ones that are like, they're against drag. I'm like, you do realize that everybody basically in this state, almost every school I've heard of has some form of a woman's beauty pageant. It's a fucking drag show. Whether they like to admit it or not, it's a drag show. They're all in drag, and it's all guys, all in drag. So, and then you've got the theater kids who are, bless their hearts, they're just living it all year. I mean, I didn't say anything. I myself was a theater kid. I enjoyed it, but I was more of the technical side. Because at one point in my student career, when I was younger, I like to be in school plays. I like to do the school programs and stuff. I enjoyed it. Something happened at one point that I didn't enjoy being up in front of people anymore. My trauma. But it's like I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It's like trying to memorize lines and stuff. I had a blast doing it when I was younger. And as the things like when I got older, I still wanted to be in the theater, not necessarily, in plays and stuff, but I wanted to help build sets. Wanted to build sets, do lights, all I get to manage the stage hands, all that stuff. Costume design, no, not costume design, but inventory control, stuff like that. Mostly it was tech. like the technology and the building. In fact, that's most of what I was in. It was called technical theater. We still learned to do the other stuff because because basically it was just theater class, but it was split up into. It wasn't really split up because everybody did kind of everything, but it was like a technical theater class within theater class, if that makes any sense. So it's like we all learned to do everything, and we were all supposed to have a role in everything, and that was one of the things why I got a lower grade, is because of the point where I was like, I can't get up on stage in front of people. That was the problem. But also, that was one of the things when I got into working for Walker Stalker, RIP, that I, on the one hand, greatly enjoyed, and on the other hand, was very uncomfortable with, was they had me doing, at the conventions that I worked at, I worked Nashville and Atlanta, and in both of those, they had me working like front of house, like security. So basically, it was corralling the kittens. Like making sure everybody was staying in a tight group as possible, so that the rest of the things could go on around them, whatever. So nobody was nobody was in the way, everything like that. And I would be in front of thousands of people, and it was my job to make sure everybody stayed in the line. And this was like before time, so it was like 4, 5, 6 wide, all the way down. Make sure they're as close to people as they could get, because we had a lot of people, especially when it was like cold, like in Nashville, and we had to try to get everybody inside, because everybody would start lining up at like 7 o'clock, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Maybe about 7. We'd have the first few people that like had a room like right nearby. They would start lining up about 7. Others that were coming from places, some of them would be there. So some of the people that were like right there, they'd be like, we'll just go down when it's open. But that's the thing. It's like, and plus I had to, make sure we had the line for general admission. Then we had the line for the silver VIPs. Well, it was the VIPs, and then gold, silver, or silver, gold, and platinum VIPs. So they had like just a general VIP, then they had a silver VIP, and they had gold VIP, and then they had platinum VIP. And the gold, silver was sometimes on the same badge. I don't know. Every once in a while it was. But yeah, it was like, so I had like keep everybody organized, get everybody in the right lanes, because the VIP people, they got in an hour early. So I had to make sure they were in the right line. And here I am going into story time, and we've not started the game yet. Shit. Anyway, so but it's one of those things that, if you guys that may or may not know about me, whatever, I greatly enjoyed it. It pushed me out so much. In fact, the first Walker Stalker I went to was about a month or so before I actually started streaming. I started in May. Yeah, so the Nashville Walker Stalker was in March or April. And what got me into streaming, believe it or not, is I got to meet a bunch of the people there. It was awesome. A lot of celebrities I got to meet, because that's what you go there for. Several of them, most of them were awesome people. Their characters on TV, not so much, but they were awesome people. But one of the people that made the biggest impression on me and the biggest difference was Melissa Hutchison. Now, for those of you that don't know, she's the one who does the voice of Clementine on the Telltale Games Walking Dead. So it's like I met her, and she wasn't really busy. We sat and talked for a while, just kind of hung out, talked a bit, and and she was the one, because I asked how do you go about becoming a voice actor? How do you do that? Because how do you it's just how? Because personally, part of the reason I don't like that in my videos is because I don't like to listen to my voice, which again, this is something I'm going to at some point have to get over and start doing, maybe, but maybe not. What? That is loud. There we go, it's a little quieter. But yeah, so we gotta be pretty good friends. Her manager Dixon, he's cool too. But yeah, it's from the first time I talked to her, it's really inspired me to basically just do it. Get out of your comfort zone and just do it. And here we are. Now, have I become a voice actor? No, not at all. But would I, if somebody said, "Hey, I want you to do something"? Sure, I would. Well, so anyway, if somebody came up and said, "Hey, we've got this thing we'd like for you to read for it, maybe do some voice acting," sure, I'd give it a shot. But, it's one of those things that's kind of part of why I still don't have, a face cam. Because I don't like looking at myself. It's I hate seeing myself in videos and stuff. And this goes way back to when I was younger. Because we had some home movies that were, years and years ago. And, there was me walking home from school or something, or from the bus stop. And so it's just and I absolutely hated watching that. I always preferred to be the one behind the camera instead of in front of it. That's why, if those of you that know me, or know of me more than just, on the channel, is why I don't really have a lot of pictures of myself. Whoops. Hey, you know, wait, where's the... Okay, it's up there. Well, son of a bitch. Okay, fine. But yeah, this is like, you know, that's one of the reasons why I don't have a whole lot of pictures of me, because it's just like, I was not comfortable with it. However, again, at Walker Stalker, I got more comfortable with being able to, you know, with taking pictures with the people that I was, you know, going to see or hang out with. Because like before, I would just take pictures of them. I wouldn't be in the picture. Like that was like the first one or maybe two. Oh my goodness. Hell yeah. But again, as I was saying, that's one of the reasons why, you know, and as I started taking more pictures of me, you know, with the people, because like, you know, memories are good and all, but when it's like, it's just like, yeah, I saw that person. It's like, well, why weren't you with them? You know, it's like, well, you know. It kind of goes back to the, you know, not liking people, you know, to, you know, see pictures of myself or videos of myself or whatever. And I realize that it's strange, weird, whatever you want to call it. But, yeah, it is what it is. Well, if you guys keep hanging out with me, you know, hang in there with me, you know, you will get stories. Stories from my childhood, stories from when I did really cool shit. And it's one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, bullshit, you didn't really. And you're like, oh no, really, I did. And you're like, picture didn't happen, I can pop some pics. Yeah, it's one of those things why, you know, it's like, I used to do really cool stuff in the past, or I have done really cool stuff in the past. But, you know, it's like, it's been a while since I've really done anything. Why? I don't know. I haven't really had the opportunity to. Yeah, every once in a while you guys might catch me on a nostalgic night and tell you guys a lot more about myself than most people, you know, most people know about. Oh, hell yes. Yep. Ah. Oh, fuck. Oh, my eyes are burning. Shit. Fuck. Ah, drop the glasses. Oh. Just a 20 years of truth, or maybe a 20. Make it a 20. Oh boy. Good times. Shit.
Nice play, bruh.
Oh, well. Top 10, first match, not bad. Two elims, not bad. What the hell, why is it not? Fucking hell. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Oh, holy shit. There you go. that is how. That's kind of what the origin story of how I started streaming, honestly. Oh, got it. Get wrecked. Anyway, yeah. So that's kind of straight how I started. Got to start streaming and everything. What pushed me into it, and the kind of stuff that I got done in my past. It's like I used to do some really cool shit. I mean, the amount of celebrities I got to talk to and work with. Yeah, it's like amazing. Oh, cool. Do that dumb shit. Alright, never mind.